Hi there, this is your library technology teacher, Mrs. Ashworth. This research lesson is all about search planning, a necessary set of skills that are valuable here at LHS and beyond at college or university. Planning a search means developing a search plan. Since most of you will benefit from learning how to better talk to databases and will appreciate hearing some advanced search tips, we'll be starting there before we actually get into building out the search plan. We are used to being able to type in our searches in Google, which has awesome algorithms that anticipate what you're looking for. But databases don't work the same way. They often require some special care, which equates to learning a new language, searching using Boolean operators and related functions. Before you make your search plan, you need to understand that databases like Boolean operators and other search shortcuts. For your reference, George Boole is where we get Boolean from. He was a mathematician and logician. We use Boolean logic when we talk to databases. The reason we make use of Boolean operators and other search shortcuts is because we're talking to a computer, and computers operate more efficiently if you communicate to them more clearly. We'll be going through each of these briefly to illustrate their usefulness in conducting searches. And combine search terms so that each search result contains all of the terms. For example, say you want to do a search for results on the topic of educational technology. Yes, you could type that in, but you could also try separating out those concepts. Use the Boolean operator "and" to connect them. Education and technology finds articles that contain both terms. Use this to narrow your search or find fewer results. Or combines search terms so that each search result contains at least one of the terms. For example, drones or UAV finds results that contain either term. Note, this is especially useful tool if you are using related terms or synonyms. Use this to expand or broaden your search to find more results. Not excludes terms so that each search result does not contain any of the terms that follow it. For example, drones, not bees, finds results that contain the term drones, but not the term bees. Use this to narrow your search. When a phrase is enclosed by double quotation marks, the exact phrase is searched. The searchable words will be searched in the exact order that they are entered. You'll save a lot of time searching if you simply remember to put quotes around multiple term concepts. We use this truncation or shorten symbol to broaden our search to include all iterations of a search term. Enter the root of the search term, then tack an asterisk to the tail. You'll increase your results. Placing a set of parentheses around a word or set of words may be used to control a search query. You do this in math to group numbers in the order of operations and to solve things in parentheses first. The same works with databases. In the search here, the order of importance moves from left to right, so the database will first search for results having to do with social justice and To Kill a Mockingbird. Then we'll decrease the finds further to only look for items in that list that also have to do with banned books. Here is as good a place as any to note that you can combine operators and punctuation for advanced searching. Use the wildcard symbols to create searches where there are unknown characters or multiple spellings. The question mark is useful for finding plural noun forms. The pound sign or hashtag is useful when you're wanting to find other spellings of the same word. Now that you've got some shortcuts to make your language more effective when working with research databases, let's talk about some more advanced tools. Limiters are an easy-to-use set of database tools that are extremely helpful for limiting your search in any of the ways listed here. This is a short list, by the way. Most databases default to full text, but you should always check to make sure. Because your research is academic, you'll also want to limit to peer-reviewed to avoid getting hits that are product reviews. Limiting by document type can come in handy if you want images, videos, PDFs, or HTML documents. Because you're working on a project that is more sensitive to our current times and to technologies that are more recent, you'll want to adjust the date to limit the results to articles that were written more recently. Finally, many of the topics are global, and this means that you'll find articles in lots of different languages. Limit to the languages that you know. Databases know that you're working hard, so they try to be helpful by providing lists of articles that are similar to the one you're looking at. And if the database doesn't have more, it will often give you a list of related terms that it's gathered together. If you find a good source, you should also take advantage of their reference section. Not all sources have blue links taking you directly to the source materials, but you can always gather the title, date, and sometimes even the website to try to locate the relevant article yourself. Finally, one of the tools available to you when you use databases is advanced search. This is especially helpful for those of you who need help with the Boolean shortcuts. Yes, it's nice to be able to quickly type things into the search field, but advanced search gives you more guidance for developing a good search. Now that you have all of these tools to work with when conducting your own search, it's time to build out a search plan. Again, the reason for this is so that when you begin searching in earnest for your sources, you have a good place to start that isn't too overwhelming. I've given you some of the tools. If research were a mountain to climb, you'd be equipped with all the climbing gear. The search plan is the map to get you to the top. A search plan can be a document that you create by hand, or you can use a template like the one I've linked down at the bottom of the slide. Regardless, a good search plan contains all of these features. First is the research question to remind you of your focus. Second is the concept table or some other brainstorming chart that helps you to build out a nice big bunch of search terms. Once you have those two things, you should also list the databases or websites you want to search. Once you've searched them, check them off or draw a line through them. You might also want to plan out the limiters you hope to use. This is a good place to remind yourself to search for peer-reviewed full-text articles. Finally, your search plan is a place to jot down the searches you've tried. You'll be able to determine what works and what doesn't. Here is a sample concept chart based on a sample research question. It's not a fantastic research question, and maybe I'll see this as I do my concept chart. Notice that I've placed the three main concepts for my question in order of importance on the first row. I could do a search in a database for self-driving car, in quotes, and negative effects, also in quotes, and public safety, also in quotes. Note that I have quotation marks around these because I want to search for those terms specifically. I could also try the next row down and move across that way, or I can move across and down, add parentheses, truncation, and get crazy. The ultimate goal for the concept chart is to give yourself a wide array of search terms and search options. If you need help with research, here are some links. For research appointments, please use the link on the library webpage. This presentation is available for reference and includes speaker notes. Access the notes by clicking on the Notes button in the controls that appear when you hover over the bottom of the presentation. Congratulations! You made it through the training. Now it's time to strap on that gear and get your search plan in order. I hope this information helps you to attain researching success.